Hey guys, want to show your support to the channel and get some awesome rewards at the same time? Then go check out my Patreon page where at whatever tier you choose that fits your budget, you'll get plenty of rewards such as updates and announcements on the regular, exclusive sneak peeks of my videos before they go up online, get yourself credited, and receive a special shout out at the end of my videos and more. Go to patreon.com/AckleyAttack44227TV to start pledging today. And don't forget to also check out and consider gifting me any items I have listed on my Amazon wishlist and even supporting me on my Streamlabs tipping page that'll also help support the channel directly. Links are in the description box below as well as on my link tree for you to check out. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Take care. Hey guys, like what we do on our channel and want to see more videos from us? Then not to worry about a thing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as turning on the notification bell so that way you can see more of our videos coming up very soon. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Hey folks, I'm going to be coming back to Retro GameCon Spring Edition, taking place at the Odd-Center Convention Center up in Syracuse, New York from May 16th through the 17th. I'm going to be there all weekend as a regular attendee, and I'm going to be going as both versions of Barbara from Genshin Impact, which is her as a ballerina on Saturday, and in her regular Deaconess outfit on Sunday. Go to RetroGameCon.com/RGC Spring for more details and information, and if you see me there all weekend, then by all means come on up to me and say hi. Hope to see you there. Hey guys, this is SamAttack4427 here, and I don't know if I'm trying my best to drown out the sound of rain coming down pretty much as we speak, but hey, I'm doing the best I can from what I can gather, just like that, so yeah, but anyways, all that aside, welcome back everybody to another episode of WTPU, aka What the Pickup? Now, as you may recall, in the last episode of the show, which you can see right down over here, I talked about all the stuff that I actually got during my time at Geek Art Confluence this year, which yeah, I think I've actually gotten some pretty good stuff, despite my haul being small for sure, but I think they all turned out quite well from what I've actually seen for sure, and I'm impressed with, of course, what I've actually got for sure, so yeah, but either way, I think it is definitely a real great time for sure, and I'm glad that I actually got to go this year for sure. And you bet I'm definitely coming back next year, hands down, to see what they actually got for sure, so yeah, but either way, I think it's what I could say, of course, that front for sure, so yeah, but either way, I guess Geek Art Confluence is one convention I can pretty much cross off my list for the time being, hands down, and yeah, all that sort of stuff from what I can gather, so yeah, who knows on what they're gonna have provided for next year, but I'm excited to see on where they're gonna go for sure, so yeah, but that's at least what I can say, of course, that front, but still, either way, really having a great time from what I can gather, especially judging the cosplay dance contest for sure. That's always a real highlight for sure, so yeah, but that's at least what I can say, of course, that front. If you want to check that episode out for yourself, then don't worry about a thing. There's a card over there over at the top right corner of the screen, as well as, of course, the link to it down the description box below, so yeah, whichever you prefer, go right ahead. I'll wait until you come back. yeah, take all the time you need. I'll be here by the time you come back for sure. So yeah, definitely gonna be seeing here by the time you come back, hands down. So no rush or anything. I'll still be here for sure. So yeah. And yeah, I guess given to, of course, pretty much me going to that convention for sure. I'm even quite amazed for the fact that I got my pretty much my OC cosplay, Elliot Fujiano, aka Melody, actually was a big hang over there for sure. So yeah, really think about it. I mean, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, really think about this based on this small picture I got back. Pretty much me cosplay as my OC, which is pretty much this a guy cross-dressing as a ballerina. Actually was a big hang at Geek Art Confluence for sure. So that's impressive. And yeah, I think given to that thought alone, I know I have yet to work on other outfits for him, let alone possibly do more videos around my OC for sure. But now I'll be quite curious to pretty much see about bringing him to my next convention for sure. I know I'd be up for that. Or hey, I guess they wouldn't mind if I bring my OC back for next year's Geek Art Confluence for sure. So, but yeah, I'd be up for that hands down. So yeah, we'll definitely put you back right here. So yeah, I think it'll be quite nice hands down. I mean, yeah, I think with me and my OC. Yeah, really rocked out being in that tutu hands down, and yeah, part of me did kind of wish, seeing how I was judging the cosplay dance contest, I would have gone up on that stage and pretty much have me cosplay as my OC perform a nice ballet dance. But hey, I'm sure we'll see what happens from there for sure. So yeah. Alright, I guess if you did already see the last episode of this show, we might as well go ahead and start up this episode as we normally do. Well, I guess for today's episode, looks like we're heading on back to my ongoing quest to obtain as many Hornby Thomas and Friends models that I can actually afford to get, pretty much from their range for sure. And well, looks like for today's episode, we're going to be covering not one, but two models that we actually got for sure from that said range, hands down. And yeah, surprisingly enough, this may come as a big surprise to all of you, but I guess for the first one, well, I guess pretty much is kind of expecting, of course, on my part. It is the one thing that ends every freight train for sure. While for the other one, you might as well get out your pretty much your top hat and pretty much your cotton candy and popcorn and everything because, well, it looks like the first of many cars pretty much I actually got would signify the circus coming to town for sure. So yeah, and based on those hints alone, that will get you the idea of course, what we're going to be talking about here today. So yeah, and those being, of course, on these two hands down. So yeah, what I got right here is a couple of pieces of rolling stock that I actually got from the Thomas and Friends range for sure. The first one being pretty much the first Circus Flatbed, as you can see here, while the other one is, of course, on this brown brake van, as you can see here. So yeah, I managed to get these two models not too long ago after ordering them off of eBay, and well, by the time I'm recording this video, they have just arrived right here in my hands, and boy, I'm really quite thrilled to actually talk about them for sure. So yeah, that's at least what I can say, of course, that front. So So yeah, now that I finally got them in my hands, I guess that would lead to the ultimate question. How do these two models fare up in such a way? Well, let's not waste any more time, and well, let's take a look at them. Alright guys, it looks like we got the first Circus Flatbed and the brown brake van right in front of us for sure, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, I've really got a lot to say about these two pieces of rolling stock that we actually got for sure, because, yeah, I know I don't want to wait to talk about them individually for sure, because, yeah, I'm pretty sure it will take up too much time from what I could gather. So what I've decided to do is cram both of them in for this episode for sure, because, yeah, with what I'm actually seeing by far, I really do think they are well deserving to talk about how together for sure, and yeah, they may be different pieces of rolling stock from what I can gather, but I do have my reasons to talk about those two for sure. I mean, I'm still going to talk about them individually, hands down, but I think cramming them into this episode might be the best option for sure. So yeah. But anyways, I think with pretty much with what I've actually seen by far, boy, I guess pretty much of anything, I really am thrilled to actually get these two pieces of rolling stock for sure. Because let me tell you, I think pretty much, I'm sure a lot of you guys may already know, I'm currently doing my best to obtain as many Hornby Thomas and Friends models within that said range for sure that I can actually find straight off of eBay, hands down, because let me tell you, there are several models that from that said range that I wish I would have actually gotten all those years ago, hands down, and well, luckily enough, I am finally managing to find the right time for sure to actually get them for sure. And surprisingly enough, if you have been keeping track of course, some of the ones that I've been wanting to get for sure, you would definitely know that pretty much the mass majority of course, one set of models from that said range, that being, of course, all sorts of rolling stock themed to the sword or circus, is definitely plenty of them for sure. So yeah, I think that's what I could say, of course, on that front for sure. So yeah, I've already got like a couple that I ordered around the same time I ordered this for sure, that should be here pretty soon. But I'm pretty sure we'll wait and see later on down the road if we're actually quite lucky, hands down. So yeah. But I do find it quite intriguing that pretty much they actually, that Hornby did make some really nice circus-themed rolling stock within the Thomas and Friends range, and I was actually really intrigued with, of course, the main idea for them for sure, right? And this is actually long before Bachmann releases, yeah, that's actually long before Bachmann released their own take on it, with, of course, two of the 12-ton vans that we actually got themed to the Fun Fair special, which actually do look quite nice. Like, I do hope to possibly get them soon if things go according to plan. So yeah. But either way, I think it's what I could say, of course, that front for sure. So yeah, luckily enough, I did manage to find a good listing for this flatbed off of eBay, hands down, and decide to order it from there. And good thing too, because around the time I actually ordered this, yeah, the brake van pretty much actually came with it for sure, which, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, pretty much from what I've actually seen, yeah, I'm really intrigued the heck of this brake van was indeed part of the Thomas and Friends range that Hornby used to make, going all the way back to 1985 for sure. That's impressive. So yeah, but either way, I'm actually really impressed that I actually did get these two for sure, and yeah, I say the wait was actually well worth it by the time I got them after I ordered them some time ago for sure. So now that we actually got that out of the way, I think we can now go over them individually for sure. So starting off with of course the first Circus Flatbed for sure. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie with what I'm actually seeing. This is really quite nice from what I could gather. Yeah, I guess pretty much of anything, they really allowed to really make this flatbed actually look great for sure. And yeah, I think they really did do a bang-up job from what I've actually seen for sure. Just a regular old nice, really long and light gray flatbed, as you can see here. Actually, really sells the main idea with, of course, what we're actually seeing by far. And I'm impressed with, of course, the one they've actually selected for, of course, this one. And I think, I guess, given to what I'm actually seeing, they really went all out, of course, this flatbed for sure, with the way it's shaped out, to the nice paintwork and details they actually put into it, all that sort of stuff really actually is quite nice. Now, as for the stuff that's actually loaded onto the flatbed for sure, well, I think from my pretty much on my assumption, hands down, this is actually meant to carry all the poles and stuff for, of course, the tents, for, of course, pretty much all the circus tents that they're actually carrying, which, honestly, to me, really is actually a great figure for sure. Yeah, I really do applaud, of course, what they did to really actually make the poles look like wooden poles, hands down, and yeah, you can definitely see it right here, hands down. I mean, yeah, they almost do kind of look like really long, overly long toothpicks from what I'm actually seeing, but I guess it can't help itself. Pretty much, it is pretty much a 00 gauge for sure, or HO scale here in the U.S. For sure. So I guess they have a due reason to actually get away with that technique for sure. So yeah, I really do applaud what they actually did with, of course, this one for sure. And not to mention, I think pretty much the. Not to mention, I think the covering or the case, pretty much, I think pretty much the casing around these poles, pretty much right here, and where they're supposed to be carried for sure. Yeah, I will have to say, it's not only molded quite well from what I've actually seen, but even the paintwork itself being all in, pretty much all in white with red stripes and everything, actually does make it some really great paintwork and detailing they actually did, hands down. So yeah, with what I'm actually seeing, I think Hornby really did do a big up job with this nice flatbed, as you can see here, for sure. Yeah, pretty much it is just a regular old flatbed, yes. But with, of course, the really great amount of paintwork and detail and stuff, and of course, some really nice touch-ups in addition to that, for sure. Actually does make it really stand out quite well from what I've actually seen, for sure. And I'm impressed with what I've actually seen by far, so yeah, that's at least my impressions with the first Circus Flatbed, for sure. So yeah, I'm impressed with, of course, what they actually did for that said model for sure. It really is actually quite nice, hands down. Now, as for the pretty much the brown brake van, pretty much in addition to that, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that too alone actually deserves the same amount of recognition as the flatbed, as you can see here. Yeah, it is shaped out like pretty much the regular old pretty much a brake van that Hornby actually makes, which I guess is no big surprising of how I did talk about the Hornby Railroad 20-ton brake van that I got beforehand for sure. So it is kind of expected from what I could gather. But again, I really am impressed with the nice brown paintwork they actually did, hands down, of course, this one. And even this amount of detailing pretty much alongside pretty much part of the bottom towards the base of the brake van really is actually quite impressive. I'm not gonna lie. They really went all out, of course, this one for sure. And again, pretty much to really bear in mind from what I've actually seen for sure, this brake van has been part of the pretty much the Hornby Thomas and Friends range ever since 1985 for sure. So this is actually really quite intriguing from what I can gather, and yeah, I think it is actually quite nice from what I've actually seen. So yeah, I think it's probably what I could say for those two models for sure. So yeah, I guess either way, the pretty much the brake van really is quite impressive, and I really love the way it actually turned out for sure. While for the first Circus Flatbed that we actually got, I'm really impressed with what I've actually seen for that model for sure, and yeah, it really, they really both sell the point that they're actually getting, that they're getting across from what I've actually seen, and I'm intrigued with how they actually turned out at the end of the day. So yeah, but that's at least what I can say, of course, that front. So now that we actually got those actually taken care of, how will they fare up, of course, my layout pretty much from above? Well, let's take them on up there and find out for ourselves. Alright guys, here we are once again back up in my layout once again for sure, to which, yeah, I guess it is no big surprise, of course, at that front, seeing how I always pretty much come up here whenever we talk about some new models for sure. But hey, I guess it is for a good reason, of course, at that front. But either way, now that we're up here in my layout, it is time once again we pretty much go for another test run for sure. To which, thankfully, for the sake of course, pretty much the Hornby Circus Flatbed number 1 has, as it's actually called for sure, and even the brown brake van that we got right here. I think it is quite appropriate that we give them a massive test run, like we do pretty much with all the other models for sure. And I guess quite fitting enough, I guess given for the fact that we're actually going for these two, I think it makes sense to pretty much go for Thomas on, of course, this one. So yeah, I guess for the sake of this test run, I decided to go for my Bachmann Thomas with speed activated sound once again for, of course, this test run. For, of course, these two pieces of rolling stock for sure. So yeah, I know that's saying a whole lot, pretty much from what I can gather, seeing of how I have used some of the other models for sure, including Rebecca, pretty much for most of these ones that I've actually done for this year. But I think it makes sense to still go for Thomas for sure. And you guys might be wondering to yourself, that almost would be a little similar to Thomas and the Circus, pretty much that one episode from Season 8 for sure. Well, yeah, if that being the case, then I think I would have gotten more of these pretty much Sword or Circus rolling stock models for sure. So yeah, but I haven't just yet, so we'll have to wait and see on that. But yeah, regardless, of course, of that front, that's what I've decided to go for, to give these two a massive test run for sure, and yeah, I really can't wait to see on how they'll do for when we'll actually give them a go. So yeah, and of course, as usual, I did get one of my speed controllers plugged in and all set and ready to go. So I think we should be in good hands from what I can gather. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and pretty much turn the knob, of course, this one, and give this thing a massive test run right about now. Alright, I think that'll do just fine, hands down. So yeah, really did another bang up job, pretty much on Thomas. So really impressive. So yeah, I guess now that we completed this massive test run, yeah, I think it's safe to say the hang of the flatbed and the brake fan, yeah, really does run well. Of course, on my layout for sure, and yeah, I think it is actually really quite nice from what I can gather. So yeah, give it to that thought alone. I think it'll actually do exactly that. So yeah, I guess for my final thoughts on these two for sure, I'm really impressed with how well these actually turned out for sure. Yeah, pretty much the Hornby Circus Flatbed #1 model that you can see here. I really do think it is actually really quite impressive from what I can gather for sure. They really did a bang-up job to really make this one look like something that would be part of course, the Sordor Circus train for sure. And yeah, give it to that alone. I say this is actually really quite nice from what I can gather. They really went all out on, of course, this one. And I think the final product really came out amazing for sure from back in the day, hands down. If I would have gotten this alongside all the other Sordor Circus rolling stock for sure, then that's something that I think is actually a really great addition to that for sure. So yeah, I guess it's safe to say the first Circus Flatbed really came out really great from what I can gather for sure. And I guess give it to some of the other models that I talked beforehand. I know they're far greater than this, but I really do think it is actually very well done in my opinion. Now, as for the brown brake fan, as you can see here, yeah, I really do think that is actually a really great addition from what I can gather for sure. It is the same old brake van that we all know in the case of Hornby for sure. But of course, in regards to the Thomas & Friends range as a whole, I really do think it is actually a really good addition to all that for sure. With of course the nice paintwork and the detailing they added to it. What's not to love about it for sure. So yeah, and like I said, give it to most of the other brake vans that I actually got beforehand for sure. That's saying a whole lot, hands down. So yeah, I think it's safe to say this brake van, as you can see here, I really do like it, hands down for sure. It is actually really quite nice from what I've actually seen, and I'm impressed with what it has to offer, hands down. So yeah, in a strange way, I actually do think this brake van is worth the recommendation. So yeah, and I know it's definitely going to go alongside all the other brake vans for sure that I actually got, so might as well use that as an excuse pretty much to put that to good use in case any one of my trains actually has more than one freight train for sure. So yeah, that's at least what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, give it to pretty much this nice double review that you can see here. Yeah, I really do think these two pieces of rolling stock are actually well worth it from, of course, on my part for sure. I know I'm definitely going to put the brake van to a good use later on. While as for the first Circus Flatbed, I really do think it is actually quite impressive for sure. Now you might be wondering to yourself, am I going to get the rest of the Sordor Circus train, like of course this one as you can see here? Actually, yes I am, for sure. I've already got like two that I've already ordered that should be here pretty soon, so that'll be interesting for me to talk about them for sure. And I do hope to possibly get pretty much the Sordor Circus vans right around afterwards for sure. Pretty much three of which are on their own for sure. Well, of course, I do believe that there are two train packs themed to, of course, the majority of course, the circus vans for sure. So hopefully things go according to plan. I might actually get those pretty soon. And I am fully aware that there is actually a full-on Hornby Thomas set for sure, which is of course Percy and the Circus train that came out around the same time. But well, I have thought about getting that, but probably couldn't find any good listings for them for sure. So I guess there's that hands down. So. But hey, I'm sure we'll see what comes up if I do get the rest of the Sorter Circus rolling stock for sure. So yeah, and if things go according to plan, I might actually be able to talk about them later on. And hey, given to of course what we're seeing here as a really good start, maybe I guess that'll be a sign that I might get a full-on complete Sorter Circus training for sure. That'll be quite interesting to see how it'll go, but hey, we'll have to wait and see, of course, that front. So I guess until that happens, I know my ongoing quest to obtain as many Hornby Thomas & Friends models is still ongoing as we speak, and I will not rest until I get the ones that I need to get for sure. And like I said, if any of you guys are watching this and could actually help me out and obtain some of the models that I want to get for sure, I would greatly appreciate it, hands down for sure. So yeah, if that's something you might be up for, hands down, don't be afraid to get in contact with me. I think it would mean a whole lot. And well, I guess on that thought alone, I think I might as well end this episode here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode, and by all means, let me know down in the comments down below what you guys think of this one. I'm quite curious. So yeah, that's at least what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode, and yeah, now that we actually got these two done, yes, by the way, I guess hopefully for the next episode, we may actually talk about one of the two other pieces of rolling stock that were part of the Sorter Circus rolling stock lineup as part of the Hornby Thomas & Friends range for sure. Kind of like this one that we actually got right here. What, you may ask? Well, we'll definitely know once one of them actually arrives for sure, so... Or at least two of them for sure, kind of like with what we got here. But I'm sure we'll have to wait and see. So I guess until that happens, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.
Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD and Sam Shepard. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyTackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is AckleyTack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon. as well as joining our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyTACTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.